Hello, gamers. It's Friday, June the 3rd. When did that happen? June the 3rd. Did you know yesterday was Malf's birthday? I wished him a happy birthday. Did you? Did you? No? Well, you know what? 364 days. I had to check and see if it was a leap year. What's the leap? It's like every 4 years, but also every fifth leap year you skip, except every 20th leap year you skip skipping it, so you do it. Something like that. You can hit me with all the question marks you want. This is a classic, like, intro to programming question. It's not every 4 years. Yeah, okay, that's it. Every 4 years, but you skip the 100th year, except on 400 you skip skipping it. Which mattered, right? Because it didn't it happen in, at least in my lifetime. I don't know if anybody else here is older than 22. Because it happened in 2000, right? Hold on, let me check here. Leap year list. 2000 was an exception to the skip. That's what I've been saying. I knew it, man. Will 2024 be a leap year? Yes. Holy cow. Because it's divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. Contrary to one might think, leap years do not always occur every 4 years. There are exceptions. If a year is divisible by 4 and divisible by 100, it is not a leap year, except every like 300, 400 years, something. Anyway, look, this is the only reason I know, it's not practical information to hold in your brain. The only reason I know it is because, you take a Java class. Your homework assignment for a couple nights might be like, hey, make a leap year calculator where you can plug in any number and it'll spit out whether it is or isn't a leap year. Then you finish your Java classes and you go to a C# class and they're like, okay, week 2, we're going to make a leap year calculator. Then you go to a JavaScript class and they're like, okay, we're going to do a leap year calculator or a Roman numeral converter or interpreter, or you do, I'm trying to think of all the other ones. You could do FizzBuzz. If it's not divisible by 2 or 3, you write the integer. If it's divisible by 2 and not 3, you write fizz. If it's divisible by 3, you write buzz. If it's divisible by 2 and 3, you write FizzBuzz, etc., etc. Tom Scott viewer? What the hell are you talking about? I have an associate's diploma. I do have to diagnose, chat. I think I have a medical, not emergency. I have had a medical anomaly pop up, okay? In the last, remember yesterday, if you were here at the start of the stream, I said, have you guys ever woken up itchy? I was itchy all day yesterday. No other symptoms, just itchiness. And then when I scratched the itchiness, raised skin-colored bumps would appear where I scratched. Later that night, I sneeze less than once a day on average. Last night, I probably sneezed 6 times in 1 hour. But I have no other flu-like symptoms at all. And then this morning, I'm less itchy, but sneezing a lot. And previously, I have not. I've had no allergies in my life, but I know they can develop over time. Like, I know some people have allergies pop up when they're young. Some people have allergies pop up when they're my age. I Googled, Kate, you'll be happy to hear this. I Googled symptoms of tick bites. I have none of them. That's positive. I don't think I'm getting Lyme disease. The only thing, I haven't really made a lot of changes, okay? You're going to laugh. My foot deodorant ran out, so I had to switch to a new formula. That was like 8 days ago, though. I would have assumed that maybe it would have manifested before then. And then the other thing, I've been eating like a lot of bread lately. Like I went from eating probably like 2 slices of bread a week to eating like 4 slices of bread a day. And there is a part of me that's like, maybe I've overdosed on the gluten. Maybe I don't want to have a gluten intolerance. I have a personality. I don't need to. Then I'm not knocking the people who actually have like celiac disease. I'm just like, I'm not doing it to get like a merit badge or something like that. It would fuck my life up to have to become gluten free. I love bread. I like all the glutens. I just love wheat in general. I enjoy beer. Like this, I would have to change a lot of my life. I'm hoping that's not the case. I don't think it's the case, but I'm hoping it's not the case. I also feel like I do not have scabies. Don't say you're allergic to yeast like yeast in the coochie, okay? We got in trouble for that last week. I'm trying to break my streak of ending my stream and being the number one post on live stream fails for the whole weekend. We got a 2-week streak in a row. Chib almost broke my streak last week. Almost. You've probably got scurvy. Okay, hold on. Scurvy symptoms. Feel very tired or weak all the time? No. Feel irritable and sad all the time? Sad? No. Irritable? Yes. That's not new. That's not a new thing. That's pretty much been chronic for my whole life. Severe joint or leg pain? Absolutely not. Swollen, bleeding gums and teeth that fall out? I feel like I would have noticed that, honestly. Develop red or blue spots on your shins? What the hell? See, this is when I was talking about it like a couple days ago, where I was mad that every disease has exactly the same symptoms. Oh, a generalized fever, malaise, weakness, joint pain, runny nose, coughing, sneezing, headache, nausea. I was so pissed off. It's so hard to differentially diagnose yourself on WebMD, which is maybe actually a net good for society. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the way the human body should work. Oh, you got blue spots on your shins? That's scurvy. If the human body was more like that, it would be a lot easier to diagnose people. You would never need a second opinion. Oh, look, your scurvy light is on. We're going to get you a couple of lemons. Why? That's how you know intelligent design is not a scientifically valid hypothesis. If it was true, there would be like a little compartment on like the back of our neck. You could unscrew it and then there'd be a bunch of like warning lights. And you'd be like, oh shit, liver enzymes are all fucked up. Okay, well, let's get you treated for like liver disease or something. Instead, you got to go to a doctor who is like, tell me what you think you have. And then they just assume that you're lying and you go from there. Yeah, if you had like some kind of dashboard or something like that, if you had a CMS you could log into, kind of like Robert Pattinson in Cosmopolis, if you could just get like a complete profile done every single day in your armored limousine. Which is why I keep idolizing Elizabeth Holmes, because she almost did it. She almost did it. Except for all the parts where like she lied about it working. But that's just because Silicon Valley was threatened by a strong, young female CEO. If Elizabeth Holmes was a man, she would already own Twitter, quite frankly. That's my take on this, and I refuse to elaborate further. Logs on 15 minutes late, drops the most insane take of all time, leaves, refuses to elaborate. Agreed. Anyway, we're gonna play some Card Shark. I was trying to crowdsource a diagnosis. I'm in a good spot, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel good, but it has been 2 days of itchiness now. And I'm like, I think I've developed an allergy, man. I think I gotta go get an allergy test. I gotta figure out what it is. Is it all that poison ivy I've been rolling around in? You could have shingles. Okay, hold on. Shingles symptoms? I do not have this. Wait, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. A painful rash that develops on one side of the face or body? No. The rash consists of blisters that typically scab over in 7 to 10 days? No. But then, before the rash appears, people often have itching in the area when it would develop? Okay, yeah, but I think it's a little... I mean, that's just one symptom. I may also have just, like, as long as we're talking about itchiness being the only symptom, like, I may have just been blasted with, like, a Tom and Jerry style bellows full of, like, garlic powder or something like that was bought from a magic store. Casino on your diagnosis? It's a good idea. Why not? You need chicken pox to get shingles? I've had chicken pox before. As a child. It might just be shingles. Might is not I know this is not medically literate. I just want you to tell me what I have. Let's not worry about all this might, could be nonsense. I've described like 3 symptoms. Tell me what I have. Is that not enough for you? You go to school for 15 years to be a doctor. I come in and I'm like, I have a headache. And you're like, well, it could be 1,000 things. What the hell was all that school for? Doesn't make any damn sense. You have cytotoxic megacolon. Okay, hold on. Cytotoxic megacolon. Let's see. It occurs when swelling and inflammation spread into the deeper layers of your colon. As a result, the colon stops working and widens. And in severe cases, your colon may rupture. So my colon has definitely widened, but it's working better than it's ever worked before. So I don't think it's that. Yet again, #1 Card Shark streamer. He's talking about cytotoxic megacolon. I think the easiest differential diagnosis is that I've developed some form of allergy, man. I don't know. The weather has changed in Vancouver. We had a really like late spring, and now the last 2 days in particular, it's gotten a lot warmer and a lot sunnier. I don't know if maybe we got some new stuff blooming. That's my guess. Sunburn? You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if it could be a reaction to the sunscreen that I've been using. That seems plausible. $100%. Don't say 100%. There's so many different things it could be. I know I wanted you to tell me what I had 100%, but at the same time, I'm just telling you, I don't buy it. I'm not dehydrated. I'm not like other streamers, okay? Other streamers be like, oh, I'm thirsty, but I don't have any juice in the fridge. I'm drinking water constantly. I could be morbing. Anyway. Yeah, I set an alarm every hour. I wake up once per hour to drink exactly 75 milliliters of water, and then I go back to sleep. I don't want it to be like a sine wave. I want my hydration levels to essentially be a straight line. I want to be fully saturated like a healthy xylem at all times. Rate my takeout today. Okay, hold on. You know what? There's probably only been a few. Let me see what they got. Fish and Chips by Robert F. I give this a seal of approval. Here's the only thing I would say about Fish and Chips by Robert F. Show us? I'm trying. Just nobody knows how hard it is to be a streamer, okay? Fish and Chips by Robert F. I hate to, like, people from the UK are not going to respect me for giving my take on fish and chips because admittedly, like, I'm not from there. So you might be looking for something different than me. I give this a 7 out of 10. I give it the seal of approval. It looks pretty good to me. Only problem for me is that you can tell that the batter's gone a little gummy, but I imagine that's probably a result of how it was packed in a cardboard box. You gotta pack it in such a way that the steam is able to escape so the batter doesn't get soggy, but otherwise I would say this honestly looks like pretty okay to me. I would at least give it the seal of approval. Doesn't look that bad. Now, Birthday Breakfast by Mitchell S. This one, I mean, I hate to say it, people give the English breakfast a free pass. Hey, Mac, the goalie, by the way, thanks for the gifted subscription. Thank you. There's just something about birthday breakfast that makes this picture a little bit sadder for me. Is it their birthday and they're just having a normal breakfast, or is this like something you can order on the menu? So I give this I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. Huge thing of baked beans, what appears to be a can of tomatoes opened up and poured in the northeast quadrant. And then the rest of the full English, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just not a huge fan of the blood pudding. I'm not a huge fan of the mushrooms. Is that a banana slice below? What do you mean? There's an Oreo. Name one thing in this photo. Plastic fork. The sausage looks good. What, the little part you can see poking out from under the egg? It looks okay. I mean, did I say 4? I'll give this a 4. I mean, just doesn't look right. And the fact that it's called birthday breakfast, I mean, it just makes it that much worse, I think. But anyway, it's not so bad. What about the guy's fingernails? It's rate my takeaway, not rate a working man, blue collar, the health of and cleanliness of his hands. Like, he's out there probably keeping the damn aqueducts running or something like that, and you're like, ooh, his fingernails have some dirt underneath them. Who do you think's keeping the damn trains running on time while we're here shitposting? Show some respect. +2. Let's go! +2. He is getting +2s. Thank you, Comrade Ryan. I am a friend of the working population. Because if I stopped working, nobody would notice. But if like one sanitation worker stopped working, the whole city would smell like shit. So keep it up, please. Hold on. I'm loading up Card Shark. I remember everything about Card Shark, by the way. She card on my shark. So true. She riffle my cards till I shark. I don't know. I told you. See, you wouldn't notice if I stopped working. I don't think I've worked a single minute of the stream so far. How do you do the 3-card Monty? You let them win the first 2, and then you goad them into going all in. And then you just win. Then it's just QuickTime events. You've seen me play Detroit Become Human. Unless they use the thesaurus to decide what they wanted to call the verbs in that game, we're totally fine. Okay. I will... /marker. Card Shark.